Hello once again everyone, of course this is Shodredux with another Halo 4 video, and this time it'll be going over Big Team Infinity Slayer for Longbow. For those of you who are not familiar with how Big Team Infinity Slayer works, it's pretty simple. The objective of the Slayer game mode is to simply kill as many opposing players as possible within the time limit given, or by reaching the frag limit. Standard Slayer games have a maximum of 8 players, but when you throw a big team into the mix, the maximum amount of players is 16, and that's 8 players per team consisting of either red or blue team. Longbow is a multiplayer map in Halo 4 set on Concord's northern polar region. This map is intended for vehicular and big team battle gameplay, the former being encouraged by the various paths going around the map. When you first spawn on Longbow, the most common area of engagement for players to go is towards the center cliffside base, or if you've played Dominion game type, B base. If you decide to take this route, make sure you have teammates close enough to back you up, otherwise the opposing team is going to put you out quickly. A nice tactic for teams to work on in this area is counter-strafing. What this means is when you fight against the opposing enemies, start strafing back and forth. Any teammates closely behind you should do the same, or better yet, try and crisscross paths. What this tactic does is makes it harder for the enemy team to get a precise shot due to aim assist going crazy trying to target one of you. Due to Longbow being a fairly large map, precision weapons like the DMR or light rifle are definitely the first primary weapons of choice due to both these rifles having the range needed to take out your enemies effectively. For secondary weapon choice would be the plasma pistol, so you have something to disable any oncoming vehicles while you gain the chance to hijack it or stick them with a plasma grenade. For armor abilities, the hologram, jetpack, or active camo would be ideal for this map. The hologram is good for distractions and possibly making any enemy sniper waste a bullet or two while you get the drop on them. The reason for the jetpack is so you can gain higher ground and to help obtain headshots a lot easier by making it harder for the opposing team to find adequate cover. But be careful, enemies may be at the ready and want to play duck hunt instead. For the player that wants to be able to stand a little more on his own than with the pack, active camo would be the choice for you, especially if you're a sniper. When using it at a distance, you're a hard target to spot. When up close and creeping, they may be aware of your presence on the radar, but if done correctly can still be hard to find, giving you the increased chance of the element of surprise. You may also want to consider having the additional ammo and stabilization perk. Since a good majority of your kills will be from long range, extra bullets will help a lot for the shots you may miss from extreme ranges. In case you're taking damage while zoomed in, stabilization will help keep you more level to make shots on your enemies more manageable to adjust. One aspect I forgot to mention earlier is this is an Infinity Slayer game type, which means based upon a certain amount of points you get, you obtain ordnance drops. Ordnance drops consist of 3 random items of your choosing. Once you pick one of the 3, a pod teleports or drops from the sky for you to grab it. Ordnance drops normally vary in multiple power weapons such as rocket launcher or a binary rifle, to armor power-ups such as speed boost or damage boost. The current base I'm located in is the blue side base, or otherwise known as A base in the Dominion game type. For those of you who prefer to use medium range weapons as your primary, it may be a little more difficult to use on this map, but fully possible and perfectly able to stand on your own quite well. When using either the battle rifle or carbine, stick closer towards the opposing team's side by posting up behind any cover available. While your teammates may be firing at the enemy from longer range, in some cases being closer can give you the element of surprise on the advancing team, especially if you're clever enough not to get spotted by them. When using the medium range weapons, using both the hologram or active camo still would be preferred, but to help you advance or fall back, I would consider using the hard light shield as well. For players who enjoy automatic weapons, don't worry, you can still provide support to your team. When using either the assault rifle, storm rifle, or suppressor, it's best to stick with a buddy. If you stick with a teammate who has a long range setup, and he's taking some heat from the advancing enemies, he can simply fall back with you charging out to clean them up or cause a little pressure into the mix. For the best fragging results for automatic weapons in Longbow, It's best to stay in closed off areas, like the red or blue side bases, or even the mountainside tunnels near the B base. The reason for this is so people with ranged weapons won't be able to pick you off from a distance, and also forcing your enemies into close quarters battle with you. And fighting up close with a battle rifle or DMR can be a little bit difficult at times. When using automatic weapons setup, when playing the support role, it's best to have the regeneration field to heal yourself up, along with giving your teammates another good reason to fall back. Another good armor ability to have for a support role would be auto sentry. Using the sentry can shoot from a decent amount of range and can cause a decent amount of damage or distraction depending on how the opposing team looks at the auto sentry. Either way, it's a good support ability for your team to buy you time and or cover. The vehicles that can be found on Longbow for Big Team are Warthogs, Mongooses, and Ghosts. When using the Warthog on this map, of course it's best to have a two-man team, one in the driver's seat and one manning the turret. If you decide to take the driver's seat, make sure to look out for large groups of enemies and try to keep at a distance. It may be tempting to go in for the road kills, but you're also a big easy target for the enemy team to swarm you with sticky grenades. If you go for the gunner position, make sure to pace your shots at a distance, and for up close encounters, let the machine gun rip. If you have a great wheelman, there is great potential to be had using the gunner, but you're also an easy target if you're not paying attention. If you have a great gunner and wheelman, you could load up the hog with a third person and get road trips throughout the game, but remember, you're increasing your chances of giving someone a triple kill. The next vehicle of choice if you prefer to be a solo act would be the Ghost. This vehicle is more ideal for road kills if you time yourself correctly by using speed boosts. In a smaller, tighter pack of 2 to 3 people, road kills are ideal. For larger groups, it's best to keep a distance, especially if they are at the middle base. Finally, the Mongoose. This vehicle provides quick transportation at the sacrifice of no cover. Even though people in Halo see the Mongoose as a death cab, once again it depends on the capabilities of both the players, the driver, and the gunner for it to be quite useful. Ideal ordinances to get on Longbow are anything that involves with assisting in precision range shots, such as sniper rifle, beam rifle, or binary rifle, especially if your team has control of the middle base. Damage boost is also a nice ability to have for your DMR or light rifle, but keep in mind you glow red and people will want to try and take you out quick, so stick with your teammates when using this ordnance ability. The preferred team on this map would be Blue Team, just because this map seems to have more cooler colors and Blue Team blends in easy because of this. Even though Red Team doesn't have the color advantage, stick with the sunnier side of Longbow, and try to draw Blue Team out for an easier time spotting them. Some of the weapons that spawn at the beginning of this map are 2 sniper rifles, one for each side, a railgun, and a rocket launcher. Alrighty guys, that's all I have for this video. For those of you who enjoyed this, I do have more coming soon. And I also have a thread started at Halo Waypoint Forums called Shodredux's Commentary Video Corner, so check it out if you like. That's all I got, and I will see you all later.